I just realized that this guy has some extra little spiky bits on his tail. I think it's supposed to make it look like a fin. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, back on SkyFactory 3, and today it is time to get another dragon. See, and this is just an example. Last episode we did some stuff with roots, which I thought was really kind of cool. We went into, we didn't go too far into it. We're not there very far into the mod yet. But it really didn't do so well in the likes department. People just don't like the magic, and I don't understand it. That's one of my favorite parts about modded. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So today it is time for another dragon. We are not doing the nether dragon. We've already done the nether dragon. We're going to do the water dragon today. And I have had a couple of name suggestions for these. For this one in particular. Gamer Slime has come... I don't have any more name tags, really. Has come up with a few of them. One of which is Tsunami, which is really kind of cool. I like that. And then you have Poseidon, which is also really cool. I mean, it's a freaking god, for crying out loud. And then you have an enemy, which is really cool as well. But it's still... I don't know. I was considering Poseidon. That's the one I kind of like out of those three. It was a really good one. But then enter the Lona with another epic name and a reference to a very popular movie. We're going to call him Nemo. We're going to get the water dragon and call him Nemo. But it does come down to the fact that we need to get the ender dragon to turn into, a water dragon. So we need to get some of this. Actually, let me have... I guess we'll just... It's really weird that oak wood is like my go-to random block, right? So this guy is supposed to be put into water, I guess. And I think this is kind of what we want. If we're going to do this, you probably can just surround the egg with water. But what I kind of want to do is literally surround it on all sides. Well, it's just going to fall into the water, isn't it? If I break this out, it's just going to fall. Yeah. I forgot that these guys are affected by gravity. So I guess that doesn't matter so much. But we are going to go up one more level. I was going to have water underneath it, but that's not going to work. It's just going to fall in, and then we'll have an air in there somewhere. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So if we go around here. Bloop. There we go. And then we're going to go on top. Just like that. So now it's completely surrounded in water. And this guy should be... There we go. Okay. I have activated it. I guess. It's weird. Okay. It's a thing. We do have another dragon egg that I have placed in right-clicked. I think I right-clicked it in the end when I tried to grab it or something. So this one... Oh, no. That one. I thought I grabbed the one that said Ender Dragon already. I don't know, but this guy should convert over into a water dragon, but... Why? Oh, because of the logs! Oh, don't hit it. I don't think I can pick it. I gotta change it out. Hold on. I need my swapping wand. I need to do this quick so it can still have a chance to change. We're gonna have to see if this works. Crapo, give me what doesn't affect anything. Glass. Glass. Give me all the glass. And then the wand. Give me my wandy wand thing here. Oh, crap. I didn't think about the logs. Maybe the logs converted over into a forest dragon, and I guess that's stronger than these guys here. Crapo. I did not think about that at all. Why didn't somebody tell me? Like you totally could have. Can I even get down into here to... Yes! Perfect. Okay. Now, no more logs. Convert back over. You should... There we go. Now I can see it. Here soon is when it usually converts over into whatever it is that it's supposed to be. Hopefully it converts back into a water dragon. I really, 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 really hope it converts into a water dragon sometime soon. Because that was a mistake. I didn't mean to... Water dragon. Be a water dragon, please. Okay. It converted. We're fine. We're okay. I did push it back into the middle. I was just kind of pushing around by bumping into it and stuff. Funny enough, when this guy's in the corner, you can just like land on it and it will slide out. It'll just slide around. This thing is crazy. It's almost like it's on a thing of ice. It's weird, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, it did convert over into a water dragon, so we're good. We're okay. So what we need to do is actually start planning. We need to plan out a little bit about how we're going to decorate this thing. Now, it's a water dragon, so I have no idea how to make land in water. I mean, we could use regular stone, but I feel like that looks tacky. Like it's not, I don't know, it's just not going to feel like it fits. We can do some more water stone. I think water stone is what I'm thinking about using. There is some water stone in here that actually looks pretty interesting. If we click on you, this one right down here, the trodden brick water stone. But how do I get regular water stone? Just like this? Can I put, I'm curious. Does not work. Crap. That's unfortunate. So if I do water, I have 15 buckets for realsies. That's crazy, man. I have to do each one of them individually, which is really unfortunate, though. Just give me all of them. Oh, crap. Don't do that. Actually, give me you. Water stone. I needed some water stone. 3, 2, 1. There. Okay. This is going to take a little while. It's coming close. Should be here any second. Hello, dragon. This is something I wanted to see. Yeah, look at him. See, he's just gonna swim. So even though he's a water dragon, he's still a land dweller, right? So it's kind of a thing. Despite that, we're still going to have it primarily water. It might be a little bit weird just because he's going to be swimming all the time, but he is a water dragon. Maybe he likes to swim. It just makes sense. It's logical. I like logic. But what we're going to do is, yes, I know these don't look the best, but they're actually not terrible. I mean, if you look at them in my inventory, in my hand, you see how they're mostly transparent because, you know, water stone. There's water in the cracks. I actually really like that. I would prefer that if these guys were transparent as the cracks too, instead of turning blue when you place them. But overall, like that would be a pretty nice texture. Like it does with the conduits. Like these are actually the exact same stone. There is no way to chisel them into it. The only way to get this look is to actually attach them to a conduit binder or whatever, conduit thing. Turn them into a conduit rather. Or paint them on one, whatever. You know what I'm saying. But, yeah, just placing them actually turns them into this. Which, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not what I wanted, but it's okay. I can deal. So what we want to do, or what I want to do, rather, is we're going to mix this up a little bit. We're going to have a couple of these little island things that are going to be up out of the ground, out of the water, rather, because a lot of this is going to be water-based. And which is actually going to make it a lot easier to handle. But I also want it, let's see, I guess I want the water at least 2 deep. So 1, 2. These would technically be out of the ground, or out of the water. But I think I want to go a little higher. I keep trying to eat, and it's a little aggravating. Like this, maybe? Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good one. Go ahead and eat your little piece of meat there you want to eat. We're going to have another one over here. We'll attach this guy right here. Again, we're going to have some stuff on the background just like we did here. But, yeah. Now, this is going to be more difficult to decorate just because of the fact that it's not necessarily... we don't really have a whole lot of things that can really go into a place like this. Like, underwater stuff is kind of few and far between in Minecraft, even modded Minecraft. Not a whole lot of people pay attention to the underwater scene because it's not really done so much. Every now and then you get some, like, you have coral, I guess, in some places. But I don't think we have any of that. We don't have, like, coral, do we? Yeah, we don't have any coral. I don't have any underwater plants I can actually put down, I don't think. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to have a little bit of snow in here. Now, the snow is just because I think snow will look really, really good as a basic block to throw into here. So everything isn't this color. So everything isn't just like this. And it's not meant to make it look cold. I don't want it to look cold. It's just a really good white block. that actually works out pretty well as a building block. So hopefully everything turns out okay. We're going to find out. We're going to see, but we'll have to play with it a little bit after the fact just to see what we can actually come up with. If we do that, there we go. So that now we're out of the water brick or water stone or whatever they're called. Hopefully that will be okay. What I need to do, we're going to coat this a little bit. Not too much of this. I just want to kind of throw it in a little bit. Just enough to make it look like it belongs there. A little, maybe that doesn't, I don't know. I thought that would look better. It doesn't look terrible. It's just another one of those things where I thought it would look better than it does. I'm going to need more water stone for the backing, but I'm going to do that off camera. We're just going to put the back in afterwards. Let's see what this looks like after we coat everything here, and then we'll play with it a little bit to see. Maybe sand. Sand might work a little better, because sand does go along with it. I mean, you got beaches and stuff, right? So maybe sand would be better. Let's go get some sand rather than snow, and that way it doesn't look like it's a cold place. Yeah, let's play with some sand. I think that'll probably be a better option. Not sure why I didn't think about that first. But now I gotta go pick up all my snow. Because snow, I mean, snow, it's a cold thing, right? We've already used the snow. I don't really want to make it look like the other one. Although, so far, I think the ice one is probably my favorite. Out of all of them that I've made so far, I think the ice one is my favorite so far. So hopefully we can actually compete with that later on. We're going to see. Let's see what sand looks like here. I think sand will actually pull it off a little bit better. And we just so happen to have a lot of it. Sand is not one of those things we're hurting for. That was way too many. We are not going to use that much sand in here. But just so we don't run out, I guess. So if we go back over here, try this again. I think this is going to look better. I think. Could be wrong. Yeah, no, that's okay. Again, it's not as good as I thought it would look, but it'll be alright, I think. Alright, that's way too ordinary of a shape there. It's like perfectly square. I don't want the square in there. Okay, that's a little better. And we can bring this guy out as well. Kind of randomly place some stuff in here. If accidents happen, let them happen. Like that was an accident. It was supposed to be there. Yeah, that's good. Maybe here a little bit too. Something like that, I think. Because usually, I mean, right around the water, you usually have some kind of a beach-like area, right? I guess it's not always. I guess it's kind of artificially created in a lot of cases, but sometimes. Sometimes you're good. And in this case, we want all of our islands to kind of look like that. Although I don't want to cover the entire front face of it. I want some of the water stone to show through. Even though we have a lot of it in the floor, I still don't want to cover all of it up over here either. You know what? Let's merge these two. Let's make this look like a semi-connected one through the sand. Yeah, that works. I think that works out pretty well. That's pretty good. Okay. Let me go over here. Now, the only real thing left to do, I suppose, again, I'm covering up the front of this. The only real thing left to do after this, we'll leave you there, is to kind of fill in with water, which means I need to put in the glass. I need to put in the quite clear glass before I can do that. Did I pick up the dragon? I did. Okay, good. And I think that'll be pretty good. It's just going to take a while. Because I need to put up the glass. I need to get the water stone along the back of this and kind of build up a little bit of a wall like I've done for the rest of them. And put in the water. And then we can continue our little decoration stuff. So here's where we're at so far. It does look a little bit weird just because the water here, like if you look at certain angles, you can tell that there's like a space in between the wall and the glass, or the wall and the water, which is it's a little weird, but it's okay. And overall, I think it turned out pretty good just because of the fact that it is mostly water. We do have too deep water here. I could technically drown in my world now because we have so much water in it. But I think it's okay. I've added a couple of extra little spouts of water in various places. I have attempted to protect the back wall so the dragon will not climb and escape. Actually, he probably can. I don't know. Can he fit in a one wide gap? I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and just in case. Just in case. Because I did check it. Like I used my brain place before I added in all the water. So there might be spots where he could swim up to get out. But I think we're okay. I want to say we're okay. I don't think it can get out anywhere. But the other thing that I wanted to add is we have some lily pads. I can get more if we don't think this is enough. But that way we have a little bit more of the water world feel in here. Yeah, whoa, double placement. Didn't mean to do that. Another double placement. There's a double. I'm getting a little bit of lag in here. Holy crap, every time? Really? You're going to do that to me. All right, fine then. Be that way. One over here. I think that's about good, actually. I don't want to overdo it. It might be overdone, but I think it looks okay right now. And then we're going to add in a little bit of the tree thing here. Just a few. Nothing much, because it is a water dragon. It's not the forest dragon. It's not a nature-y type deal. Well, it's nature, but it's not, you know, it's not supposed to be, yeah. So we're just going to leave this alone here and let these guys grow. Just like so, and that should be pretty good. I think that's okay. You know, I mean, it could have turned out a lot worse. I do feel like maybe we need one other color in there. But I mean, we do have the green and the blue and then the sand, which is kind of the, I don't know. I like it. It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good. Now, our dragon is going to be swimming around all the time. He's going to do a little bit of swim. I can't place him down. I have to put him down, like, there we go. Go ahead and swim, buddy. So, swim around in your world. Which is kind of interesting. I hope he doesn't, like, our ice dragon here, he would go around over in this general vicinity here, and he would end up destroying this snow block. He would get pushed off the edge because the water would push him off, and he would slowly start to glide. Is he on the other side? No, he's not. He's still over there. Those guys still trying to get to each other. It's really weird. But he would get pushed off and he would glide. And I guess sometimes instead of actually gliding down and landing again, he would fly and he would actually escape his pen. So that hasn't happened in a while. So I think I protected it well enough for the ice dragon. But the water dragon, he might actually still be able to go in here, for example, and be like, oh, then I need to fly or something. I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen anywhere, but we will have to keep our eye on it a little bit just to make sure he doesn't try to escape. Because, I mean, they're dragons. They can fly, and they can realistically escape the world. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay. This turned out really good, actually. I was a little I was worried. If I'm being honest, I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to make it a convincing water pen. And after I added the water in and the trees, definitely the trees and the lily pads, that really livened it up and they really, really, really brought it together. I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out, actually. I'm really, really liking that. That is comparable now in my mind to the ice, but the ice still wins out. I still really, really like the ice one. I don't know. It's pretty good. Oh, we got to name the guy, though. We do have to name him. I forgot about the naming scheme. And a saddle. I think I have the saddle, actually. I do. I have a couple more saddles, but I don't have a name tag. And the name tags come from loot bags, I think. Now, this is one reason I don't really want to get rid of, although we can do it this way. Eventually, I'll be able to do it that way. Yeah, common loot bags. Okay. So, eventually, we will be able to get the Britannia name tags, but until then, our only source of name tags is the common loot bags, which is one reason why I don't want to get rid of this guy, which, by the way, all of the Solium sorts are gone. We're going to have to work on automating that Solium thing, which means getting more of this and perhaps starting to work on the automation of our farms, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's definitely about time we start to get into more tech, so that might be in the next episode. But for now, we're going to worry about the name tag, and I need to get some loot bag stuff here. We do have 44 legendary loot bags. I kind of want to mess with those, if I'm being honest. There we go. Clear you. All right, now. Okay, there we go. See, I can shift click. That's good. That's good. This is going to take a little while. Oh, wow. Okay, let's just do one at a time then, yeah? Let's do that, because I don't know how long this is going to take. Yippee! That was quick. I'm really happy that actually was so fast. That's really good. Let me go ahead and get my anvil and name this guy. And then we can worry about the saddle here in a minute. Now, what we're going to do as far as a name for this guy, I think Did I tell you what the name was going to be? I think I started. I told you about Gamer Slime. I was like, I like Poseidon. I like all the... Oh, yeah, I did. I told you. I told you that I liked Nemo even more. Nemo is going to be his name because of the fact it's funny. And I like the funny of it. So thank you, The Lona, who gave me that. I don't know if your name is The Lona or Thelona. Like all one... Like, is it The Lona? Like The Loner, but... you know, slang version or whatever, or is it, anyway, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm trying to ask you. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and name this guy Nemo. I'm going to wait for him to grow up, and we're going to throw a saddle on this guy here in a little bit. I got to tame him first. I need some fish. I just realized that this guy has some extra little spiky bits on his tail. I think it's supposed to make it look like a fin, so that he does have a little bit of an extra propulsion while he's in the water. He doesn't actually seem like he does, but he does, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Now, we're not going to wait for this guy to grow up because you guys already know what that's like. It's just going to be me right-clicking with fish until he's tamed and then putting a saddle on him and then he's done. So instead, we're going to spend the last little bit of the episode trying to figure out exactly how we're going to automate certain things. Now, if we need the Solium swords in order to get plenty of the mob chunks... I really want this to be a thing. It's going to take forever to do this, so I need to automate this process. I need to automate the creation of all of these things, including the nether essence. Most of our nether essence is going to be spent making soul sand, so that way we can automatically use some kind of a crafter to get this, and we're going to have to get the stone as well, which is going to take a little while. Then automatically smelt it into soul dust, combine it into solium dust as soon as, you know, the predension, we're going to have to auto-craft that. Auto-smelt the solium dust into the ingots. Auto-smelt these guys as soon as we get those. It's going to be a bit. And I need to limit it somehow. I don't want to have 18,000 swords and then be done and then just have, you know, thousands of extra solium swords by the time, you know, we're finished with everything. So I don't know how to limit that. I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to be naturally limited by the speed of crop growth or the speed of smelting or whatever, you know, but the gathering of the essences, those guys down here, the little guy, these, yeah. So it's going to be limited on its own, but over time, if it takes long enough to get the chunks before we turn off this sword creation thing, then it could be I don't know, maybe I shouldn't automate all of it. Maybe I should do the crafting of just the base component. Maybe the first step, the creation of the soul stone, maybe this should be manual. So I'll gather all of the stone and all of the soul sand automatically, and I'll basically just shift click to get as much soulstone as I can, just, you know, like 10 to 15 stacks at a time. Throw them all into the automatic Solium Sword creation box, which, whatever that's going to be. I don't have a clue yet. And then the rest of it will be automated. So that way there is a manual step in there. I think that might have to be how I limit it. Oh, wow, this is getting a little framey over here. Right now, we're not gaining anything from this, obviously. We're not doing anything good there. It's kind of weird. Definitely a thing. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, I think that's how we're going to end up having to do that. But, we do need to start off by auto-farming. We need to get some of this stuff. And of course, I know about the farming station. There is a farming station from Ender.io. I can get this guy going without too much of a problem. It's just a diamond, which I have plenty of. Pulsating iron. I think there's a chicken and a crop for it. No, there is no chicken for it. There is a crop for it, which I don't have yet. But we could get it. And I could create it. It's really actually very easy to do. You just smelt a couple things together and you're fine. But I can get the farming station, but I don't know if that's the best option. Is there another option for automatic farming? I know actually Editions has something. I thought it had something. Farm? The farmer, yeah. So what do you do? Because you're actually really cheap, but I can't look you up. I don't know what you do. Oh, well, you're kind of cheap. I mean, obviously, it's just going to take iron and energy, but that's fine. But what do you do? Like, you're the farmer. Okay, that's awesome. I love it. That's great. Fantastic. But what do you do? Usually the book tells you, but it's not. Basic farmer. Oh, that's a Steve Scarp farmer thing. Okay. Farmland. Oh, I was also told to look into fertilized thing, dirt, farmland stuff. Yeah, see this right here, it gives plants a random bone meal effect, which is fine. I was told to use that. It still requires the water source in the middle and blah, 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 so it should be fine. But the reason I'm not using it now is because it says a random bone meal effect. The random bone meal effect, oh, there's two of them. Oh, that's dirt, okay. The random bone meal effect wouldn't affect these crops. Bone meal doesn't work on these guys. And in my mind, if it says bone meal effect, then it means, it means it's actually going to use bone meal, basically. It's going to manifest bone meal and then use it on a random crop, which would be good. It would speed it up if bone meal worked on these guys. And since it doesn't, I didn't see the point in going the extra step to actually make that a thing. So I'm not sure, but that's what I want you guys to let me know. What kind of options do I have for farming here? Can I do some kind of automated farming that is very, very easy? Not that easy is necessarily a requirement. I'll go as far as I need to make it work, to make it more awesome if need be. But I'm just curious, you know, what options do I have? And I know you guys are the experts. You guys play with all this kind of stuff. So let me know what you think. Let me know. Anyway, that is about all the time I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Click the like button, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, peeps.